So students, we are talking about the return value in the main function in the last lecture. So let us understand quickly what does it mean. I was telling you that some functions may return some value to the calling function, and some functions may not return any value. So those functions which do not return any value are basically associated with a return type called void. And void is a keyword which is written for those functions which do not return anything, which do not give any output or does not return anything to the calling function. So void is written as a return type against those functions. Suppose main is not returning anything, so many of our times you have seen कि we have written here we are writing void before the main. So void, why do we write void before the main? Because main is a function which does not return anything, so void is written. So here is one more example where we are writing a function hello. So hello is a function, and inside hello function we have written printf hello, and hello is a function which does not return anything, so void is written over here. So this is a function which does not return anything, but there are some functions which return something. Suppose a function is returning some integer value. Over here we can see an example of a get function. Get is the name of the function, and int over here is a return type of that function. So this function is basically returning 10. So over here this 10 is an integer value, so we can see that over here we are basically writing int before the get function, the name of the function we are returning. So over here the return type is important. So return type is int. So sometimes we are returning some values to the calling function, back to the calling function. That may be an integer value, that may be a character value, that may be a float value. Sometimes we do not return any value to the calling function, and then in that case we write void. So those functions which does not return anything, they write or they return nothing, then it is called void. So there are so many aspects. There may be a function which can return a float value, so we will write float before the name of the function. So in this particular case, if you see, we are having so many types of the function calling, so many aspects of the function calling: function without arguments and without return values, function without arguments but with the return values, function with arguments and the without return value, and function with arguments and with return value. Over here the arguments are basically the values upon which the function is working. You can say the values, or you can say parameters. So parameters or the values are called the arguments. So let us have an example quickly of a function without argument and a return value. Over here you can see that this is a function name. This is called the declaration of the function, and this is called the print name. Print name over here is the name of the function, and it is returning nothing, so we have returned the return type as a void. We have taken return type as a void. So this is a declaration of the function print name. And now over here we have written the main function. Main function is also not returning anything, so we have written void before the main, and inside the main function we have written printf hello and then print name. So in the first line a printf statement is written, and in the second line the function, the name of the function is written. So this is called the calling of the function. So I will tell you what will happen upon the calling of the function. This is the calling of the function. Which function is being called over here from the main? The function called print name is called from the main. So control reaches to the directly to the definition of the function, and the definition of the function is written somewhere outside the main function. So this is called the definition of the function. The identity of the definition of the function is we always write the name of the function, and after the name of the function we use the curly brackets, these type of open bracket and the closing bracket, and inside it we can use so many statements, the printf statement, scanf statement, and any logic inside it we can write. So this is called the definition of the function. This is called definition. So inside it, when the control reaches to the definition of the function, what will happen? This function will take you to this printf statement. This printf statement is basically printing the Java T point. So Java T point will get printed over here. Java T point will get printed, and then control reaches back to the calling function from where it was called. So this is how the function, the working of the function is done. I will tell you again. This is called the first line is called the declaration, and declaration is also called the prototype. So this is the prototype, and with the prototype we write the name of the function, the return type. This function is returning nothing, so void is written, and inside the main function this function is called. So control reaches to the definition of the function. This is called the calling of the function. This is called the definition of the function, and inside the definition of the function, the definition will execute the statements written inside the definition of the function. So only one statement is written inside the definition of the function, that is Java T point. So Java T point will get printed, and before that the hello was already executed. So before that hello was executed in the main. So firstly hello was printed, and then Java T point will get printed. So only two printf statements are printing over here. So this is the working of the function. You can see over here the output of this function, hello firstly, and then Java T point is getting printed. So this was an example where we are having no arguments, no values, and a simple written value. A control was reaching back to the calling function. So no arguments, no values were passed. This is the second example where we are basically using the same things, and over here again the sum function is declared before the main, and inside the main the printf statement is written. So this is going to be printed, going to calculate the sum of two numbers. This statement is going to be printed first, then this is called the calling of the function. This is called calling. So upon calling, what will happen? The control will take you to the definition of the function. This is called the definition of the function, and this is called the return type. So inside the definition of the function, the two variables are declared a and b, and inside the definition, the printf statement enter two numbers. So enter two numbers will be printed, and then we are scanning the two arguments a and b, and then the sum is getting printed. So over here the sum of the a and b, suppose a was taken as 5 and b is taken as 6, then this will print as 11. So this is how the output of this program will be given over here. So firstly going to calculate the sum of the two numbers, then the printf statement enter two numbers, then the two numbers are scanned, 2 and 4, that is 24 and 10, then the sum is printed as 34. This is a nice example where we are basically calling a function without the argument and with return value. Here we can see that the function can return a value. We are not using the void over here, we are using the int as a return type. So where the function is called from here, this is the calling of the function. So control reaches to the definition of the function, the two variables are declared in two